Hey, lovely lovelies. Welcome back. This is day 28 of our backgrounds for Book of Notes and Journaling the Word. Gosh, we've come a long way, haven't we, during this season? And I am excited to share this with you today. It is a fairly quick and easy technique, again, that anybody in the family can do. You can share this as a playtime with your kids or your parents or anybody you want to do. It is made, we're going to be doing our background today with instant coffee. And it's one of my favorite ways to do backgrounds and to make wonderful papers for junk journaling. Tea staining and coffee dyeing are just a wonderful way. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be staining our paper with coffee. And the mixture is, I think I got a small jar of instant coffee at the dollar store, and I made it with maybe 3 cups of water, and then I put a cup of alcohol in it. And the reason I put alcohol in it is because it makes it evaporates quickly, and it makes the paper dry more quickly. And I do a lot of stenciling with it on papers, but this is a fun thing to do. So you just need an old grungy brush, and the first thing we're going to do is just dip it in the alcohol and spread it around on our paper. And again, it's messy, but it is so fun to do. And you can leave some white background if you like, or you can just do the whole page. And what's happening here is just where some of the paper is getting more wet, I believe, than the others. Or it just may be the paper that is in this journal that I'm using that does that. I don't know, but that's kind of cool. I kind of like it. But that probably will disappear when the paper gets dry. So let's check that out. I'm going to go dry this, and I will be right back, and we will go from there. Well, that was really interesting because I dried it, and it still has this variegated look on it. So I'm kind of tickled with that. That is a gift, I think. And I'm going to set that aside, and I'm just going to show you what this would do. I've got a scrap of paper that I picked up off my studio desk, and I'm just going to show you what it would look like on there, what it normally looks like is this. And let me show you what it looks like on a book page, because a lot of times we do this in our junk journaling, is that we do book pages as well. So there you go. You can kind of see it soaks in, and looks kind of nifty. But it's much more even tone when you do it on just a normal piece of paper. That's got brush marks in it, but those will slide out. So there, I wanted you to see what it looks like normally. But I could do this all day. Oh my goodness, I could play with coffee and tea dyed. And one caveat here for you is that if you do not like the smell or fragrance or aroma of coffee, then maybe you should do this with tea. It'll be a much lighter look. Even if you make a strong batch of tea, it'll be a different look, but it will get you to the same place. But because the reason I'm saying that is because this, you will smell the aroma of coffee probably for a pretty long time in your journal. So just keep that in mind if you do it. So I am going to come in, and this was my idea today, was I thought it was going to be much darker and much browner, and I was going to do a light stencil over it. So let's see what a light stencil does, and then we may see what a dark one does. So I'm going to use a coffee bean paint. That is kind of appropriate for today, isn't it? And just a white. We're going to try a bright, bright titanium white. Okay. Let me get a stencil brush out here. And I'm just going to dip it in some paint and swirl it around on a plate to work the paint up into the bristles. And then I'm just going to come in and gently swirl along this handwritten stencil. I'm going to lift it back. Yeah, it's doing something. So that's pretty good. Pull this back and just look at it, and I am going to come in with a different stencil brush because we want to use different stencil brush for each color. Just dip in the brown and do the same thing, only I'm not going to go over the entire stencil area. I'm just going to go over certain areas, and especially the ones that didn't seem to come through. So I'm just randomly wandering and meandering around this stencil. Really not thinking about what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. Just lightly wandering around. And I kind of like the dark better than the light. I don't know about you, but that kind of is more, I wanted it to kind of look ghostly. That's what I really was going after on this. So we're getting a pretty variegated look, so that even is more interesting, I think. And I think the brown was picking up some of the white paint that was on the stencil and adding another nuance to this. Now, one little area is kind of annoying me, so I'm just going to come in with the stencil off and go over it with not very much paint on my brush. And I think we're good. I think we're good with that. And I might do one more thing that I wasn't going to do. I might come in and just put another light coat over this. And see what that does to the whole entire process. Wipe it back a little bit. So I think we're getting there. A ghostly look and feel. And of course, let me get a little close for you so you can see some of those nuances. And that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you back tomorrow for an inspirational chat. And then we will be back next week to continue with our backgrounds. This is Rebecca E. Parsons, and may joy be with you all.